and you go through the rigorous training that we went through, it makes you, I'd like to say, it makes you a man. I mean, you just learn things that sometimes we think are simple things, and yet they're very, very important things. Like discipline, how to handle discipline. Going through the cadet life, Ian, was a real experience.
Well, right at Pearl Harbor was a time in the history of this country which has been no other. Everybody wanted to jump in and serve. My brother, one of my brothers, was in the Marine Corps already, and I decided that I wanted to be a part of the Marines. So I volunteered in 1942.
You can get a lot of experience by joining the military. You could go everywhere from, I mean, they have all kinds of jobs in the military, and if you want to run and gun, go be a Marine Infantry or Army Ranger or SF or whatever. If you want to be involved in logistics, you can do that, or medical, or repair, or mechanic, or all kinds of technical jobs. It's just amazing. Military police, and the opportunities are endless in the military.
Then from there, the next day, we had, camp. There was a lot of tents. There was a lot of excitement. I didn't know nobody, had no friends, no nothing. Because all my company left, and I was just a substitute. I had a great meal, great breakfast. And that day, we had a meal with everything you can think of. I says, man, this is my last supper. That night, I was called again. They said, you have to replace men who were sick in a certain outfit. They didn't even tell me, but anyway, that's the way I figured. And I went on a truck, from the truck at night, on a ship. Didn't know what it was all about, but you could tell the equipment that they gave us that it was for something important. And when we got on, we got all fully equipped, ammunition and all. Then we went down. Alongside the ship there was cords like little steps. And we climbed down, and there was a LCI filling up with men. And of course we knew where we were headed for. Everybody was quiet. We were all starting to think. Many things go in your mind. Well, we got to the landing point, and we were not the first ones. There were plenty of bodies all over the place.
I tried hard to be proud of my service, but all I could feel was shame. And racism could no longer mask the reality of the occupation. These were people, these were human beings. I've since been plagued by guilt anytime I see an elderly man, like the one who couldn't walk, who we rolled onto a stretcher and told the Iraqi police to take him away. I feel guilt anytime I see a mother with her children, like the one who cried hysterically and screamed that we are worse than Saddam as we forced her from her home. I feel guilt anytime I see a young girl, like the one I grabbed by the arm and dragged into the street. We were told we were fighting terrorists. The real terrorist was me.